Let's go over section 1.3, homework number 11. This is for math 261, section 1.3, average rates of change. Suppose that a fashion company determines that the cost in dollars of producing X fashion company producing cell phone cases. Okay. All right, so they're producing X number of cell phone cases, and that function of cost is given by C of X equals, well, I'll go ahead and highlight this, okay? So what does this function give us? If we can tell them how many cell phone cases we are making, it's going to tell us the cost of making that many cell phone cases. So what they mean by C of 301 minus C of 303, I mean, what does that mean? First of all, C of 301 means we're making how many? 301 cell phone cases, right? And, I should be a little more careful, okay? Not only that we're making 301 cell phone cases, that when we plug in 301 into the C function, which stands for the cost, we're going to figure out the cost. So I'll say C of 101, C of 301 is the cost of making 301 cell phone cases. Okay, and the denominator, what about this? What is C of 300? That's the same thing, right? The cost of producing 300 cell phone cases. And in the denominator, we're just subtracting 301 cell phone cases minus 300 cell phone cases. So it looks like we're comparing the cost. If you make 301 cell phone versus 300 cell phone cases, how much more money? Or it could be less. I don't know. We'll take a look. So how about we plug in? Those values, okay? So what is C of 301? That is negative 0.05 times 301 squared plus 60 times, I'm out of room. I have to move this to the side a little bit. 60 times 301. Okay? And let's do the other one too. A C of 300. I need to plug in 300 into this function. Okay? So negative 0.05 times 300 squared plus 60 times 300. All right, guys, I'm going to need to get a calculator for these. I will. I'll make this a little bit smaller. Okay. So what are they going to be? Because whatever these are the values that we need to subtract on top of the fraction. So let's go get that calculator open. Get rid of some of these work. Looks like I was having a good time with all these. You know what, let's just scroll down. Okay, here we go. Negative 0.05 times 301 squared plus 60 times 301. So if we make 301 cell phone cases, we're gonna, that's the cost of producing that many, $13,529.95. Wow, it's expensive. All right. For the bottom part, I'm just going to copy this and change the input to 300. So what's the cost if we make 300 cell phones? That comes out to be 13,500. So when we make, let me go back up here. When we make 301 cell phones, we end up paying $29.95 more than when we produce 300 cell phone cases. But let's go ahead and find what they wanted first, okay? So I'll just go ahead and write over here. This fraction will turn into these two numbers, right? This number minus this number divided by, well, that's silly. 301 minus 300 is just going to be 1. So if I subtract both of these, I think I can squeeze in my answer on the side. The whole thing turns into $29.95 per one cell phone. Per cell phone. I should be careful. It's not about cell phone. It's about cell phone cases. Oh, I'm so out of room. So, well, I think I went ahead and typed up the interpretation of this. So we found the number, but now let's say interpret the significance of this result to the company. Okay, so this number represents, I went ahead and just typed it up for you. Okay, this number represents the additional cost to produce how many more? One more item going from 300 to 301, right? After making 300 items. So I'm thinking if the cell phone is worth, if you can sell this cell phone case for $40 or $50 more than what it costs to make it, I would definitely create or produce 301 cell phone case than 300 cell phone case, because I can, if the cost is less than the profit, or I'm sorry, the cost is less than what I can sell it by, I will be making a profit. So that's how you can do number 11 on your homework. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video and come back and go over number 12 with you too.